in your presentation that you gave us real life examples and how we can transform the agile vocabulary into something that is everyday language. Thank you.
Thank you too.
I will hand it over to my colleague Daniela. She will present the next speaker. Thank you.
Hello. Happy to be back. Thank you, Christina, Razvan. And yes, our next speaker, YOUCEF BELOUZ. He is a certified trainer, PMO expert and agile coach, and strategic advisor with 23 years of experience managing complex projects across IT, telecommunication, and construction sector. Interesting. Keep your questions there for him. Also, he is a trusted consultant as is helping organizations enhance enterprise governance, achieve strategic alignment, and drive organizational transformation. His presentation, of course, is about transforming agile skepticism into support. So, a nice topic. Welcome to the stage.
Hi, Daniela. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome. I am very delighted to be with you. Can I share my screen, please?
Sure, please.
Can you give me the authorization, please?
You don't have the option in the menu? The share icon?
No. There is no share button.
On the middle of the screen, down or up on the menu?
No, I can't see the... see. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's okay.
You can select the presentation. Great.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, all good.
Okay, excellent. So hello, everyone. I'm very delighted to be here with you for this great event dedicated to the major challenge of Agile transformation and how to turn skepticism into support. So this is my presentation. I will share with you practical strategies. I would like first to thank Christina because she already raised many points that I was about to talk. So I will save some minutes to go to the essentials and keep it at essentials, and especially with the model and the tool I want to share with you, so we can create value very quickly. And this is, remember, this is what we are talking about. Agility is also to create value and to create a potentially achievable increment at the end of our iteration. So let's simulate a 30-minute time boxing iteration. And you are my customers, you are my end users, and hope that at the end of this very short sprint, we can present you a tool or a service increment that you can quickly implement. Why not by Monday morning? Okay. So, and the second surprise I will share with you is because since I love strawberry, I am offering you a free and lovely strawberry tart, so you can be fully engaged with me during 30 minutes. Okay, so please stay focused, stay tuned, because what I'm going to say is very important. Okay, it's an effort of several months, 23 years of experience that I am going to offer you free, and you are, of course, invited to share your thoughts and also to, sorry. Sorry. And you are invited to share your thought and your feedback for this initiative. So let's start with the first slide, and let me introduce myself. As you can see here, I am a consultant, a PMO consultant. I'm also an agile coach, and I have over 23 years experience, especially in IT, telco, construction, and also oil and gas industry. So I am the founder of Connect Tech, which is a premium ATP center. I got a lot of certification, almost all the PMI certification. This is not the finality, but the most important thing is how to implement those best practices in our real project and in our organization. So my experience showed that we need always to work together, to work as a team, and to answer all the challenges we are facing in this very, very challenging world, very changing world, complex, and also with uncertainty. So it's very important to go through the different modules. So what I'm offering you now is 9 modules. I know it's very short, but I will try to maybe select some modules, but at the end, I will share with you the full presentation. The presentation is quite dense, I know, but let's keep it to essentials. And basically, let me just show you. I don't know if I can use, okay, this one. Okay. So the agile landscape, this one is, I would say, basics. This is fundamentals. Let's not discuss this point because this is definition. This is some theoretical aspects. Let's make practical our presentation. So I leave this part to you. You can read it. You can go through it. This point is important. The second point is the skepticism, why resistance exists. And Christina started to discuss a lot of points. I will go maybe to the essential and main pain points that we need to know. I think this one is also easy to understand. So maybe we can go through it because this is the answer to the why we should go to Agile. So we all know the importance and the added value of agility. So the return on investment, some success stories that you know, so I can share also with you. So we are all convinced that agility is an added value to any organization. However, we need to implement or to discuss with all the stakeholders. We need to engage. So from my side, the key words here is engagement. So I will write it here, engagement. So how to engage? I will show you some example, practical example, to let you understand the tools and techniques to how to engage people, how to make them, let's say, improving their level of engagement from current engagement to a desired engagement that can lower the resistance. The point 4 is also, from my side, very important. This is the diagnosing resistance. So I will show you 2 tools that you can implement very quickly. This is like the stakeholder interest and influence grid. It's similar to this one. The proven change model, this one is also theoretical, so I will maybe pass because it's all related to the change models that you all know, but it's important also to go through them after this presentation. The point 6 for me is all essential. This one, we will discuss the strategies. So I'm offering you 8 strategies that you can use, that you can tailor, that you can adapt, and you can select your adapted strategies depending on your level of maturity, depending on your constraints, depending on your experiences. The point 7 also is important. Christina started to talk about it. I was following very carefully. The point 8 will be the action plan. Now, in this point, I will show you the tool or the model, very important to implement, to adapt. And here I will promote the hybridization of agility. So let's go through those points very quickly. So the model, if we start from at the destination, let's go directly to the final point. This is the model I worked on, and it highlights, let's say, all the modules. So if you can see here, you start with the strategic alignment. All the boxes in blue are talking about theoretical and strategic framework. Okay, so you have the agile landscape, you have the business case, the why, the justification of transforming an enterprise into agility. Then you move to the diagnostic and modelization. So you have the landscape of skepticism, the resistant diagnostic. So here you need to understand the current situation or the current issues. Proven change models, it's part of theoretical, so you need to master the AD curve, for example, models and so on. This part, I would say, is the essential part. This one is the Agile Health Check tool, which is based on some dimensions. So the dimensions I'm proposing here are not exhaustive. You need to select depending on your maturity and depending on your enterprise. So I will show you later on the several dimensions, and you can pick up from this list. I selected 11 because, of course, of my experience, because of our reality in Algeria or in Africa, that I selected, from my point of view, the most important dimensions, like, for example, leadership buy-in, customer involvement, culture and mindset, governance, planning, execution. When I said planning, it's transformation planning. Execution, education, which is related to the trainings, to the knowledge transfer, scaling, how to scale, and at what time we should scale. We don't need to go very quickly for scaling. We need to go at the right time. Then the process flexibility, and this is part of the definition of agile. We need to be flexible. We need to be quick. We need to provide at the end a value. And of course, team practices. This is also a retrospective. This is experience. This is empirical model. Once we do our health check, which should be done every, let's say, 3 months, we should go to the execution and operational part. So here, the green part is related to the action, deployment, success. So you have the practice playbook that we will go through. Building the culture, which takes time. It's a mindset, it's a philosophy, it's the beliefs of all the people from a company. And then you should make a short action plan. I'm always advising companies and individuals to put a short, realistic plan to get a quick win, what we call a quick win, to let people believe and lower the resistance, and especially the executive leaders. Executive leaders, they always they are impatient, so they need results very quickly. And when there is no result, they start to resist, they start to move and come back to the adaptive approach, to the rigid approach. Finally, sustainability. It's very important to make sure that we maintain, it's like the PDCA, we maintain this improvement, and we need to go, it's like iterative approach. We need to learn from the feedback we got, and then go back to a new health check, go back to a new action plan, and so on. If you have any question, please put it in the chat, and I will answer you. Okay. Okay, the first statistic from the skepticism landscape that you need to keep is that 74% of agile transformation fail due to cultural issues. So keep it in mind, culture is essential and is one of the main reasons for failing in agile transformation. Okay. Another maybe statistic of resistance, look here. 61% of failure is due to past failures. So if we have bad experience, and coming back to the leaders, to the executives, when we have past failures, they start to resist. They start to come back to their comfortable zone. So we need to take attention to that. Loss of control. The people, they like power. So if people start to lose some control, they will be also resistant. Skill anxiety, very important also. Poor communication. Agile transformation, by the way, is a project. It's a strategic project. So if we need to engage in any agile initiative, it's like a project. And we need a project manager. We need someone or a team to communicate, to integrate, to do some governance works. So we need to communicate, we need to engage. This one is very important. Remember, engage, how to engage stakeholders. Okay? Workload concerns. Teams already fear Agile ceremony. They don't have time. They told you, we don't have time. We are working in a what we call a matrix organization. We are not dedicated. We are not focused in our work. So we don't have time to improve. We don't have time to think about all these initiatives. And also coming back to the culture, you see Agile values, transparency, very important. We always have some people that fail in transparency, not very honest, and this will, let's say, make a trust rupture. So we need to trust each other. We need to work and improve. Okay. The business case, the success stories, that most of organizations currently they are implementing some agile practices, Scrum or some ceremonies. So they all are in operational aspect. They are very strong. They say, okay, we did the training. We are hiring a coach. We have a Scrum master. So this is a good thing. But my statistic is related also to the cultural clash. 47% of organization cite culture clash as the top obstacle. We are not culturally ready. We cannot understand the values. We want to plan. We want a detailed plan. We want to centralize the decision. We are not comfortable to let the team decide. We are not comfortable to let the team fail and learn. We want success very quickly without mistakes, without errors. And this is the fact of our reality, at least in Africa, in Algeria. So 32% of business leaders are actively involved. And it's coming back to the engagement. Remember, we should engage our leaders. Our leaders should be clear with the vision, with the strategy, but the middle management team should also engage the high-level management and executives. So what is the diagnostic? The diagnostic is that we have mainly 5 types of people that resist. Look here in this slide, very interesting. We have what we call active resistance. The active resisting is someone who need to special plan. We need to converse. We need to understand the root fear. We need to involve him or her in a pilot design. We need to give him a role. The silent resistant or resistor, the passive resistor, this one we need to create for him or for her a safe space to share concerns, ask questions, don't lecture. The neutral, I would say the most dangerous people, the neutral attitude. So they accept change, they see value, but they need also to show quick wins. We need to use the influence grid. We need to make Agile visible and positive. The active supporters, from here, we start to implement our transformation. When you maximize supporters and champions, you start to write your story. So they provide support, they participate. The champions, they are advocating, they are coaching, they are driving improvement. So please maximize the supporters and champions in your organization. You can ask me how. This is the question. It's not easy. It needs a model. It needs steps. Let's move quickly. So this is the grid, what I call stakeholder resisting mapping. So we have 2 axes. We have resistance and we have influence. So if you want to engage, let's start with the most dangerous. High resistant people, high influence. We need to engage them. We need to make them we need to prioritize their needs. We need to listen to them. We need to implement, as we said, quick wins, and so on. So keep informed the high resistant, low influence, monitor with minimum effort the low resistant, low influence, empower and amplify the low resistant and high influence stakeholder. Okay? Okay. What are the strategies? I will give you just 2 or 3 examples because we don't have time, but I will share the presentation with all the strategies. Let's take 2 strategies. The first one is make resistant visible. Resistant is normal. Resistant is necessary, by the way. So we need to make it visible. How? By launching, for example, anonymous surveys. For example, show a digital visual board, a workshop also, conversation. You know, the meeting, the interactive meeting is the best tool in project management. So you need to interact with people. You need to listen to people, to let them share their thoughts and their fears. Okay. Okay. This one is important. Reframe. This one, what I think Christina also was talking about, reframe the agile narrative. I will give you some examples. No more documentation. This is what skeptics hear. So what leaders should say, you know, to make them more comfortable, instead of saying no more documentation, we should say less documentation that no one reads. You know, people, let's say the predictive people, they need and they like documentation, full documentation. So we should tell them that yes, we have documentation, but just enough documentation. Okay. Anyone can do your job. Your expertise is shared, not replaced. Take care of this one, especially with the AI, with the artificial intelligence. The people that are saying, okay, maybe we are not now, we will be replaced. So no, your expertise is shared. You are important for us. What else? We can also reframe by taking a new frame, especially for this one. Look, they are blocking progress. No, they are stress testing our plan, which is a positive mind of thinking. They are afraid of change. No, they are protecting what matters. They don't understand Agile. Don't say that. They need better onboarding. In this way, you will engage. You see, we are talking the same, but differently. So if you say the same thing differently, you will engage. So be careful on the words you are pronouncing, on the, let's say, the communication channels you are using during your project of transformation. I'm going faster because there are a lot of things I can say, but in 30 minutes, of course, we cannot say a lot of things. How to build a culture. This is from the statistic we saw. We need to build a culture. So we have 2 types of leaders, and be careful on that. We have what we call the trust killers. We have a lot of in our companies, and you start to think about someone maybe in your organization which is who is a trust killers, and we need to have a trust builders. You see the difference? Announcing Agile but keeping status meetings. Wow. No, we need to replace status meeting with sprint reviews. You see, this is the action. Saying fail fast, then punishing failure. Wow. Publicly sharing your own failures first. You see, skipping retrospective as too busy. This is a kind of scrum bat. So we are doing retrospective, but this is not the right way. Attending every retro, it's mandatory meeting. Listening without defending, and so on. You can use all these examples. So do as I say, not as I do. This is the real biggest predictor of failed agile transformation. See, we need to show people by example. This is what we call management by example. You need to show the example. If you want to transform your organization, you need to be a true leader. You need to be someone who trusts people, who give them the chance to practice, to make mistakes, and to learn. Okay. So sorry for that. I need to move because time is running. If we take the action plan, the 90 days action plan, I will provide, or I will share with you this simple example. So in 12 weeks, you can start with the assessment. I will show you the health check tool. Start with the first assessment, the initial assessment, what we call the maturity assessment. Identify a pilot team. This is also very interesting. If you need a quick wins, don't start to scale very quickly. You need to start with, for example, IT organization, which is already working with the mindset of Agile. So start with the pilot project. In the first week, you need to complete the assessment. Then start to define your vision, assign the role and responsibilities. Then move to your first sprint. Then you should close your sprint, which can produce value, and so on. Sprint 2. At the end, in 3 months, you need to evaluate what you obtain as values and as documents that can be used for the future. Of course, we need to measure and we need to make KPIs. We need to select some KPIs. So you can see here kind of KPIs that you can implement. Hybridization, by the end of my presentation, I am a guy who believes in hybridization, whether between predictive and agile approach, or within agile frameworks. For example, you can mix between Scrum and Kanban. You can use disciplined agile. I'm, by the way, certified in almost all the frameworks. So you can combine, you can tailor, you can adapt. And this is what we are calling now the ground home models. So I will show you some statistics. 74% of organizations are using what we call homegrown models, hybrid agile models. And the model I'm proposing to you is, by the way, a data-driven hybrid model. So let's go to the demo. To prepare my tool, to prepare my model, which I'm showing you, I combined several frameworks. So this list is not very exhaustive, but I took, as you can see, the main framework in the industry. So we have disciplined agile, the AITF, the SAVE, the LESS, the Scrum Guide, the Lean, the Value Stream, the Kanban, and I started to prepare this model. So as we discussed it from the beginning, this model is initiative that needs to be improved, that needs to be implemented. I'm now moving to the next step, which is implementing this model to our local companies and try to get feedback from them. So I will show you the dimension and the tool. So first, let's start with the dimensions. Here you can see. So I will share with you these files. Don't worry, everything. So this is the model. 11 dimension, starting from responsive enterprise, change management, transformation planning, executing, agile team, education, scaling, and so on. Then I made three criterion for each dimension. Then I selected 3 KPIs that can show the people who will be using the health check tool, how they can score. And we have 3 scores. We have not in place, partially in place, and totally in place. Okay. I give you more than 11. That's how you can select, you can adapt depending on your environment. And then we can move to the tool. So the tool is a web tool, very simple. So if you can see here, you have, I will give you also, by the way, the access. You will share this tool to all the people, the stakeholder engaging in agile transformation. And it's simple questionnaire. It's like a survey. People, they need to just read. It's anonymous, by the way, survey, and just they need to click and answer the question on all the dimensions we previously selected. Okay, this is just an example. Huh? So I will put answers like that. And at the end, you just need to score. Of course, it will take you time. It will take you maybe 20 minutes to read, understand. And then at the end, this is the last one, PMO agility. You calculate the results, and you can see directly in the score, in the result and analytics, your current health score on the Agile Transformation Health Check. You will have also dimensions radar. You will have the scores per dimension. You will have the priority action plan and improvement plan that you need to implement very quickly. And you have also the analysis per criteria. So this is the tool. This is initiative, as I said, combining all the frameworks, providing you all the dimension. This is a practical tool. So please, we need to practice. We don't need just to talk. We need to make the agile transformation a reality in our organization. Okay. So I don't know if time is running, so I'm open to answer your questions. And I will put this presentation and the tool on LinkedIn. Just follow me, and I will be happy to ask and answer all your questions. Just to conclude, sorry, the key insight from this presentation is to understand that you need to listen first, address root, not symptom. You need to start with the pilot sprint. You need to think as an ecosystem, not only one framework. There is no ideal framework. You need to combine. We are actually in a hybrid world. Okay. You need to understand that culture is 80% of your transformation. Methodology is only 20%. You need also to use all the models as a GPS and adapt. And finally, it's continuously improvement journey. It's not just being agile mindset. Thank you very much, guys, and hope it was clear. I know 30 minutes is very, very short. I need maybe 2 hours. Next time, Daniela and Magda, by the way, I thank you. We need more time to explain, to share, to discuss. Okay.
Yes, sure. Maybe an workshop, YOUCEF, or something like this.
Yes,
and,
yes.
Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for your comment. I'm sure that it will leave in the chat, so don't worry. You can write to him, and YOUCEF, please, if you can take a look in the chat. Maybe you have time to answer their questions also. Thank you so much. And
yeah,
now,
the people are saying you didn't have time to present and to. Yeah, this is the fact. 30 minutes. We have our colleagues. They have also a very interesting presentation. So we need to listen to them, interact, and I will be very happy to interact with all people. You have my LinkedIn.
yes.
You can connect with me. I will be very happy to connect with everyone. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.